Long before modern plastic surgery, stars like Marilyn Monroe and Rita Hayworth secretly went under the knife or endured painful beauty procedures to fit impossible standards. Behind the glamour and flashing cameras were untold stories of transformation. How far would you go to stay on top in a world where beauty meant everything? 1. Marilyn Monroe, the eternal beauty myth. Marilyn Monroe remains the ultimate symbol of timeless beauty and glamour. Her blonde curls, iconic red lips, and unforgettable curves made her a global sensation. But behind her legendary looks was a carefully crafted image, thanks in part to early plastic surgery. In the 1950s, long before cosmetic enhancements were common, Monroe reportedly underwent two key procedures: a nose job and a chin implant. The nose job refined the tip of her nose, making it more symmetrical and camera-friendly. The chin implant, rumoured to be made from bovine cartilage, gave her jawline a more defined appearance, adding structure to her round face. These enhancements, kept under wraps during her lifetime, helped transform her from an aspiring actress named Norma Jean Baker into the Hollywood goddess we remember today. For decades, speculation surrounded Monroe's seemingly perfect features, but she never confirmed any cosmetic work. It wasn't until 2013 that X-rays of her face and medical records from 1962 were auctioned, finally confirming what had long been whispered in Hollywood circles. Fans were stunned. Many had believed her beauty was entirely natural. But in a way, the myth of Marilyn's effortless allure continues to live on, a reminder of Hollywood's obsession with crafting perfection, even when it came at a personal cost. Rita Hayworth, rebranding through electrolysis. Rita Hayworth is remembered as one of old Hollywood's most glamorous stars, but her path to fame involved a painful transformation. Born Margarita Carmen Cancino, she was of Spanish descent and had naturally dark hair and a prominent hairline, features considered too ethnic by 1930s Hollywood standards. Determined to succeed, Hayworth underwent a complete rebranding that went far beyond changing her name. One of the most drastic changes she endured was electrolysis, a painful process used to alter her hairline. By removing sections of hair one by one, her forehead appeared higher, giving her a more conventional, all-American look. This grueling process took years to complete and required frequent touch-ups. To further fit the Hollywood mold, Hayworth also dyed her dark hair a striking shade of red, a change that became part of her signature look. The transformation worked. With her new image, she was cast in iconic films like Gilda and CoverGirl, earning international fame as the quintessential American bombshell. Still, Hayworth's story reflects the darker side of old Hollywood, where personal identity was often erased in favor of a marketable image. Despite her makeover, Hayworth's Latina roots were something she privately held close, even as the public celebrated her manufactured persona. 3. Bette Davis, saving her eyes and career. Bette Davis's piercing, expressive eyes were more than just a defining feature. They were the reason her Hollywood career soared. Known for her unforgettable roles in films like Jezebel and All About Eve, she mesmerized audiences with her intense gaze, earning her the nickname Bette Davis Eyes. But even those famous eyes needed help as she aged, leading Davis to undergo eyelid surgery in the 1940s. At the time, sagging eyelids weren't just a cosmetic concern. They were affecting her vision. Davis once joked that she couldn't even see the makeup room clock without surgery. The procedure, known as blepharoplasty, was relatively new in the beauty world, but helped reduce the droopiness of her upper lids, restoring her sharp, iconic look. Unlike many stars of her time, Davis was remarkably candid about her procedure, mentioning it in interviews later in life. However, her honesty didn't stop old Hollywood gossip from speculating that she had other procedures done as well, including work on her chin and neck. Davis's choice to address her changing appearance head-on helped redefine beauty standards, proving that even Hollywood legends needed a little help to maintain their spotlight-ready looks. 4. Dean Martin, the boxer's broken nose fix. Before becoming one of the most beloved entertainers of his time, Dean Martin lived a rough-and-tumble life. Long before he earned his nickname, the King of Cool, for his smooth singing and comedic charm, he was a struggling boxer going by the name Kid Crochet. Boxing gave him more than a few bruises. It also left him with a broken nose that would later become a problem when he transitioned into showbiz. Determined to improve his appearance for the cameras, Martin decided to undergo rhinoplasty to fix his nose. The procedure was subtle, reducing the nose's width and smoothing out its shape while keeping his rugged charm intact. The results were transformative. Soon after, his career took off, landing him a singing gig with the Ernie Mackay Orchestra, and later his famous partnership with comedian Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis often joked about Martin's old nose, calling it a piece of art gone wrong. But Dean Martin's new look, combined with his undeniable talent, helped him become a star in both music and film. His decision to fix his nose played a significant role in shaping the suave, confident image he became famous for, ensuring his place in Hollywood history. 5. Judy Garland, beauty came at a cost. Judy Garland, the beloved star of The Wizard of Oz, captured hearts with her incredible voice and on-screen charm. But her journey to stardom came at a steep personal cost. From a young age, Garland faced intense pressure from MGM Studios to maintain an image of youthful innocence, which led to a series of harsh beauty treatments and surgeries. Early in her career, Garland underwent a nose job, reportedly performed by MGM's contracted plastic surgeon. The procedure refined her nose, giving it a more delicate and camera-friendly appearance. Later, she endured jaw surgery to fix an overbite and improve her facial structure, all while being pushed into extreme dieting regimens by the studio. MGM executives also placed Garland on a strict diet of diet pills, amphetamines, and sleeping pills to keep her weight under control, a practice that tragically contributed to her lifelong struggles with addiction. Despite these hardships, Garland delivered unforgettable performances and earned an enduring place in film history. Her painful journey reveals the dark reality of fame in old Hollywood, where maintaining beauty often came at an unimaginable cost. 6. Elizabeth Taylor, redefining the Hollywood standard. Elizabeth Taylor's mesmerizing beauty made her one of the most iconic stars of old Hollywood, but even she faced insecurities. Known for her violet eyes, flawless skin, and perfect features, Taylor was a symbol of timeless beauty. However, like many stars of her era, her looks weren't entirely natural. In her autobiography, Elizabeth Takes Off, she casually admitted to having a nose job, brushing it off as no big deal. Still, the subtle procedure helped refine her features, giving her the delicate profile that became her trademark. Hollywood insiders whispered that Taylor's rhinoplasty happened early in her career, when MGM executives reportedly thought her nose was too wide for the camera. The procedure reshaped her nose's tip, making it more refined without losing her natural beauty. But her beauty routine didn't stop there. Long before dermaplaning became a TikTok trend, Taylor reportedly shaved her face to exfoliate her skin, giving her a smoother canvas for makeup application. This secret trick left her skin glowing and ready for close-ups. Despite rumours of more cosmetic procedures, Taylor maintained a strong sense of confidence and never publicly obsessed over her looks. Her legendary beauty was a mix of genetics, surgical tweaks, and old-school Hollywood magic, a perfect blend that made her unforgettable on and off the silver screen. 7. Mary Pickford, the silent era's first surgery pioneer. Mary Pickford, known as America's Sweetheart, was one of the first true movie stars, rising to fame during the silent film era. Her long, golden curls and innocent charm made her a beloved icon. But as the years went by, she faced the same relentless beauty standards that haunted many actresses of her time. Determined to keep her youthful appearance, Pickford made a bold decision. She became one of the first stars in Hollywood to undergo plastic surgery. In the 1930s, Pickford reportedly had one of the earliest facelifts ever performed, a risky and experimental procedure at the time. Surgical techniques were still developing, and facelifts often resulted in a wind tunnel effect due to excessive skin tightening. Tragically, the surgery left her unable to smile properly, a cruel twist of fate for someone whose entire career relied on her expressive face. Despite the unfortunate results, Pickford's pioneering surgery opened the door for cosmetic enhancements in Hollywood. Although she slowly withdrew from the spotlight afterward, her impact on the industry remained undeniable. She co-founded United Artists and helped shape modern Hollywood. Pickford's career serves as both a cautionary tale and a testament to her ambition in a time when beauty and youth were often a star's most valuable assets. 8. Gary Cooper. A full-face makeover. Gary Cooper was the embodiment of the rugged, all-American hero, known for his quiet strength and natural good looks. But as he aged, even Cooper couldn't escape the pressures of maintaining his leading man image. By the late 1950s, rumors began swirling that he had undergone a full facelift to keep up with Hollywood's demanding standards for male stars, a move that was almost unheard of for men at the time. In 1958, Cooper checked into the Manhattan Eye, Ear and Throat Hospital, officially for reconstructive surgery following an old facial injury. The hospital claimed he was being treated for a broken nose and scar removal, but insiders knew better. His facelift reportedly smoothed out wrinkles and tightened his skin, giving him a younger, refreshed appearance. Despite efforts to keep the procedure under wraps, Cooper's daughter Maria later admitted that the surgery was common knowledge in Hollywood. Some critics claimed his new look was too tight and unnatural, but his career continued to thrive afterward. Cooper's case highlights how even the toughest Hollywood stars face the same beauty pressures as their female counterparts. His rugged charm may have been carefully maintained, but his legacy as one of Hollywood's greatest actors remains untouched. 9. Carole Lombard. Rebuilding after tragedy. Carole Lombard, known for her wit, charm and sparkling beauty, was one of the most beloved actresses of the 1930s. But few know that her career was almost derailed by a devastating car accident in 1927. The crash left her with deep cuts across her nose and left cheek, a serious threat to her acting future in an industry obsessed with perfect faces. Determined not to let the injury define her, Lombard bravely underwent reconstructive surgery, a painful process made even worse by the era's primitive medical practices. Anesthetics were often avoided during plastic surgery due to fears that they would worsen scarring, meaning Lombard likely endured her procedures while awake. The surgery left her with a slight scar, but Lombard didn't let that stop her. She mastered the use of makeup and lighting tricks to conceal the scar, and even turned her injury into a story of resilience. With her beauty restored, she rose to become a star in iconic films like My Man Godfrey and To Be or Not to Be. Lombard's determination and fierce spirit left a lasting mark on Hollywood, making her both a symbol of glamour and a story of perseverance. 10. Joan Crawford, Hollywood's fiercest comeback. Joan Crawford's career was a roller coaster ride filled with massive hits, personal struggles, and legendary comebacks. But when her career hit a slump in the early 1950s, she did what no actress of her era dared to admit. She reinvented herself through plastic surgery. After a brief hiatus, Crawford returned to MGM with a visibly tighter face and a new air of confidence. Crawford reportedly underwent a facelift and breast augmentation in 1953, procedures that were still considered taboo at the time. But these weren't her first cosmetic tweaks. Her famous Crawford mouth, a sharply defined upper lip, was rumoured to be the result of botched dental work. After a failed attempt to cap her teeth, Crawford was left with an elongated upper lip that she cleverly disguised by overlining her lips, a trend that would become her signature look. The transformation paid off. Crawford scored some of her most iconic roles after her surgeries, including her Oscar-winning performance in Mildred Pierce. Her dramatic, angular beauty, paired with her undeniable talent, kept her in the spotlight for decades. Joan Crawford's fierce determination to maintain her star power, both through acting and cosmetic enhancements, helped define her as one of the toughest and most unforgettable women in Hollywood history. 11. Gloria Swanson, ready for her close-up. Gloria Swanson was the embodiment of old Hollywood glamour, but her career faced a significant challenge when the silent film era ended, giving way to talkies. Her distinct features needed to be camera-ready for close-ups in a new age of cinema where every detail mattered. Determined to adapt, Swanson reportedly underwent a nose job early in her career, refining her profile and ensuring she remained a top choice for starring roles. By the time she starred in Sunset Boulevard, 1950, she had already become a symbol of Hollywood's obsession with youth and beauty. In her iconic role as the aging, forgotten actress Norma Desmond, Swanson's dramatic appearance mirrored the character she played, a woman desperately clinging to fame. Her angular features, intense eyes, and chiseled profile made her a haunting yet unforgettable screen presence. Swanson was also ahead of her time when it came to embracing skincare and cosmetic maintenance. Long before Botox and fillers, she maintained a strict beauty regimen and was known to try the latest beauty innovations. Her commitment to maintaining her image was as fierce as her performances. Swanson's legacy isn't just about her classic films. It's also a reminder of how far stars went to preserve their screen appeal in an era when beauty was everything. 12. Merle Oberon, surviving tragedy through surgery. Merle Oberon's rise to stardom was anything but typical. Known for her unforgettable role as Catherine Earnshaw in Wuthering Heights, she captivated audiences with her ethereal beauty. But behind her perfect Hollywood image was a story of survival and relentless determination. In 1937, Oberon was involved in a near-fatal car accident that left her face severely scarred, a devastating blow for any actress, especially one whose career depended on her looks. Desperate to save her career, Oberon underwent multiple dermabrasion procedures, an incredibly painful and risky treatment at the time. This involved scraping away the skin to reduce scarring, a process that came with no guarantees. While the surgeries improved her appearance, they didn't entirely erase the damage. Determined to keep her scars hidden on film, Oberon's cinematographer husband, Lucien Ballard, invented a special light known as the Obi. Mounted on the camera, it cast a flattering, even light that softened her features and concealed imperfections. It was a clever trick that allowed her to continue her career with minimal speculation. Despite the challenges, Oberon's persistence helped her secure her place in Hollywood history. Her story serves as a powerful example of resilience in an industry obsessed with physical perfection. 13. John Wayne, the Duke's Secret Fixes. John Wayne was the ultimate symbol of rugged masculinity in Hollywood's golden age. With his towering frame, deep voice, and commanding presence, he seemed like the embodiment of natural, unyielding strength. But even the Duke couldn't escape the pressures of aging in showbiz. In September 1969, just before filming True Grit, Wayne reportedly underwent several cosmetic procedures, including a facelift, neck lift, and eyelid surgery, to maintain his rugged but youthful appearance. The studio kept these procedures under wraps, fearing they might tarnish Wayne's tough guy image. Hollywood insiders claimed that Wayne's deep-set eyes had developed noticeable crow's feet, and his sagging jawline risked making him look older than his action-packed roles demanded. The eyelid surgery reduced the bags under his eyes, while the facelift tightened his skin. But that wasn't the only trick Wayne used. As he aged and began to stoop, he added 3-inch lifts to his boots to maintain his towering height of 6'4". Despite these tweaks, Wayne's larger-than-life persona remained intact. He continued starring in major films until his final role into The Shootist, 1976, where he played an aging gunslinger, a role that mirrored his real-life battle with cancer. His enduring legacy proves that even the toughest stars sometimes needed a little help from Hollywood's secret playbook. 14. Hedy Lamarr, beauty and brains, but at a price. Hedy Lamarr was often called the most beautiful woman in the world, but she was far more than just a pretty face. She was a groundbreaking inventor whose work in frequency hopping technology laid the foundation for modern Wi-Fi, GPS, and Bluetooth. Unfortunately, her brilliant mind was overshadowed by her obsession with preserving her beauty, an obsession that led to devastating consequences. Lamarr reportedly underwent multiple facelifts, cheekbone implants, and lip injections as she aged, experimental procedures with unpredictable outcomes. In the 1950s and 60s, these surgeries were still in their infancy, often resulting in irreversible damage. Surgeons used fillers like industrial silicone, which caused disfigurement and hardened facial features over time. As the surgeries piled up, Lamarr's appearance became unrecognizable. Heartbreakingly, her obsession with remaining youthful turned her into a recluse. She withdrew from public life, refusing to be seen by even her closest friends and family. Despite her personal struggles, Lamarr's legacy has since been reclaimed, not just as a screen goddess, but as a technological trailblazer whose contributions changed the world. Her story is a cautionary tale about beauty, aging, and Hollywood's relentless demand for perfection. 15. Jocelyn Wildenstein, when surgery becomes obsession. Though Jocelyn Wildenstein falls outside old Hollywood's timeline, her extreme transformation through cosmetic surgery earns her a place in this list. Wildenstein, a New York socialite often dubbed the Catwoman, became infamous for her dramatic facial surgeries, reportedly inspired by her love for feline features. Her obsession with looking like a cat drove her to undergo dozens of procedures, including eye lifts, cheek implants, and lip augmentations. It all began after her marriage to billionaire art dealer Alec Wildenstein. She reportedly believed that adopting cat-like features would keep his attention. Her surgeries started subtly, but soon spiraled out of control. With each new procedure, her facial structure became more exaggerated: wide, almond-shaped eyes, high cheekbones, and a drastically altered jawline. Despite media ridicule and widespread public curiosity, Wildenstein has consistently denied having had extensive surgery. In interviews, she insisted that her appearance was the result of good genes and aging naturally. However, her husband once claimed she treated her face like a piece of furniture, believing she could fix it endlessly. While her story is a modern cautionary tale, it echoes Hollywood's long history of beauty obsession. Wildenstein's transformation reveals the extreme lengths some will go to in pursuit of a fantastical ideal, a desire for beauty that has no limits. 16. Marlene Dietrich, iconic cheekbones at any cost. Marlene Dietrich's chiseled cheekbones and sharp jawline made her one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood history. But those striking features weren't entirely natural. Dietrich was determined to keep her face camera-ready, even if it meant enduring painful beauty rituals that would make today's procedures seem tame. One of the most shocking rumors about Dietrich was that she had her back molars removed to create a more hollowed appearance in her cheeks. Whether fact or myth, the effect worked. Her angular face became legendary. But her dedication didn't stop there. Dietrich was a master of DIY beauty tricks long before cosmetic surgery became commonplace. She reportedly used surgical tape hidden under wigs to pull her skin taut, lifting her brows and cheeks for an instant facelift effect. Dietrich would also wear her hair in tight, high ponytails to draw her face upward. Painful, but effective. Her makeup artist even developed a contouring technique specifically for her, decades before contouring became a makeup trend. Dietrich's relentless pursuit of beauty helped solidify her status as a screen icon. Her methods might seem extreme, but in old Hollywood, where looks could make or break a career, she set a precedent for beauty innovation that stars continue to follow today. 17. Vivien Leigh. Preserving Scarlett O'Hara's youth. Vivien Leigh will forever be remembered as the fiery, headstrong Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind. But her beauty came with its own set of struggles. Despite her luminous on-screen presence, Leigh faced relentless pressure to maintain her youthful appearance throughout her career, especially after her iconic portrayal of Scarlett at just 26. As she aged, rumours of plastic surgery surrounded Leigh. Insiders claimed she underwent facelifts and skin-tightening procedures as early as the 1950s, though she never confirmed it publicly. Her youthful glow on screen sparked endless speculation that she had cosmetic work done between major roles like A Streetcar Named Desire and The Roman Spring of Mrs. Stone. Leigh also battled chronic health issues, including bipolar disorder and tuberculosis, which likely contributed to her appearance fluctuating over the years. Her fragile health made cosmetic procedures risky, but Hollywood insiders insist she still pursued subtle enhancements to keep up with the beauty standards of the time. While she downplayed any talk of plastic surgery, her dedication to preserving her on-screen appeal was clear. Leigh's captivating beauty and incredible talent made her one of the most admired actresses in film history, proving that even in a demanding industry, she could shine through with grace and determination. 18. Lana Turner, the MGM Makeover. Lana Turner's rise to fame was the stuff of Hollywood legend. Discovered at a soda shop at just 16, she quickly became one of MGM's most dazzling stars. But even with her natural beauty, Turner wasn't immune to the studio's pressure to look perfect. MGM's top brass insisted she undergo several cosmetic procedures to refine her appearance. One of the first rumoured changes was a rhinoplasty to narrow her nose, giving her a more delicate and camera-ready profile. Her skin also went through drastic transformations, reportedly due to harsh chemical peels designed to create a smoother, more youthful complexion. These treatments were risky at the time and often caused scarring if not done correctly. Turner also followed a strict beauty regimen dictated by the studio, involving grueling diets, intensive skincare routines, and constant touch-ups from a team of makeup artists. Her trademark platinum blonde hair required endless bleaching sessions, often leaving her scalp burned and irritated. Despite these intense efforts, Turner's charm and on-screen presence overshadowed the artificial enhancements. Films like The Postman Always Rings Twice and Imitation of Life showcased her undeniable star power, making her one of Hollywood's most enduring screen legends, a product of both natural beauty and relentless studio-driven perfection. 19. Ava Gardner, natural beauty with a studio fix. Ava Gardner is often described as one of the most naturally beautiful women in Hollywood history. Her sultry eyes, full lips, and perfect bone structure seemed like gifts from the gods, or so the world believed. But behind the scenes, even Gardner wasn't exempt from the studio system's obsession with perfection. MGM reportedly insisted she undergo a subtle nose job early in her career. Her nose was considered too wide by Hollywood standards, so studio executives arranged for a surgeon to refine its shape. The change was minimal but effective, enhancing her already stunning features while keeping her unique look intact. After her makeover, Gardner's career skyrocketed. Roles in films like The Killers, Mogambo, and the showboat solidified her status as a leading lady. Unlike many of her peers, she avoided more drastic procedures later in life, opting instead for skincare and classic makeup tricks. Her effortless beauty made her one of the most photographed women of her era. Gardner later acknowledged Hollywood's obsession with physical perfection, but remained unapologetic about her looks. She knew she was a product of both nature and the studio's fine-tuning, a blend that helped her become one of the most iconic stars in film history. 20. Jayne Mansfield, blonde bombshell reinvented. Jayne Mansfield was one of the most famous blonde bombshells of the 1950s, often compared to Marilyn Monroe, but with a personality and flair all her own. Known for her curvaceous figure and over-the-top glamour, she leaned into her sex symbol image with gusto. However, her stunning looks weren't entirely nature's work. Mansfield reportedly underwent breast augmentation to enhance her already famous hourglass figure. The results were dramatic, helping her land provocative roles in films like The Girl Can't Help It and the Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter. Her larger-than-life persona was built around her exaggerated curves, a key to her branding as one of Hollywood's ultimate blondes. Rumours also suggest that she had chin implants and dental work, including teeth capping, to perfect her smile. Her team of beauty professionals kept her in top form with constant touch-ups, extreme weight loss regimens, and maintenance sessions for her platinum blonde hair. Though her career faded after the 1950s, her status as a pop culture icon never dimmed. Mansfield understood that in Hollywood, beauty was a currency, and she used it to maximum effect, crafting a persona that still resonates in the world of glamour and celebrity today. 21. Jean Harlow, the platinum blonde pioneer. Jean Harlow wasn't just a Hollywood star, she was a phenomenon. Dubbed the platinum blonde, she set the gold standard for bombshell beauty long before Marilyn Monroe came along. But that iconic look came at a price. Harlow's hair transformation was the result of intense bleaching treatments that left her scalp permanently damaged. In the 1930s, hair dye technology was far from gentle, and the harsh peroxide mixtures used to achieve her signature shade caused hair loss and severe burns on her scalp. Hair wasn't the only thing Hollywood decided to perfect. Insiders claimed that Harlow also had her teeth reshaped with porcelain caps, ensuring her dazzling smile could shine on screen. Back then, dental work was considered just as important as cosmetic surgery. Harlow's transformation helped her land unforgettable roles in films like Platinum Blonde, Red Dust, and The Dinner at 8, where her sultry presence captivated audiences worldwide. Though her career was tragically cut short at just 26 due to kidney failure, Harlow's influence on Hollywood's beauty standards is undeniable. She laid the foundation for future blonde icons like Marilyn Monroe and Jayne Mansfield. Her legacy isn't just about her beauty, it's about how she changed what beauty meant in Hollywood, becoming one of the earliest symbols of sex appeal on the silver screen. 22. Claudette Colbert, the perfect profile strategy. Claudette Colbert was one of old Hollywood's most glamorous and talented actresses, but her lasting legacy comes from one of the best-kept beauty tricks in film history, her good side. If you've ever watched her movies, you'll notice something unique. Colbert was almost always filmed from the left side of her face. This wasn't a coincidence, it was a deliberate decision fueled by insecurity and rumoured cosmetic enhancements. Hollywood insiders believe Colbert underwent a nose job early in her career to smooth out a noticeable bump on her nose. While the results improved her profile, she still preferred the left side of her face, which she thought was more photogenic. Directors went along with her demands, and Colbert's good side became one of Hollywood's most famous camera tricks. Her insistence on this specific angle never held her back. In fact, it added to her mystique and became part of her signature style. Colbert's roles in classic films like It Happened One Night and Cleopatra made her a household name, earning her an Academy Award and cementing her status as one of the most iconic actresses of her time. Her clever use of beauty tricks and undeniable talent helped her create a lasting legacy in film history. 23. Montgomery Clift. Reconstructive surgery after tragedy. Montgomery Clift was one of the most handsome and talented actors of his generation, often compared to legends like Marlon Brando and James Dean. His brooding looks and intense performances in films like A Place in the Sun and From Here to Eternity earned him a devoted following. But tragedy struck in 1956 when Clift was involved in a near-fatal car accident that almost destroyed his career and his face. Driving home from co-star Elizabeth Taylor's house, Clift lost control of his car and crashed into a telephone pole. The accident left him with a broken jaw, crushed nose, and severe facial lacerations. Emergency reconstructive surgery saved his life, but left permanent changes to his appearance. Surgeons repaired his jaw and nose, but one side of his face remained slightly stiff and misshapen, causing a noticeable difference in later films. Despite the devastating injuries, Clift continued acting, delivering unforgettable performances in films like Judgment at Nuremberg and The Misfits. His post-accident roles were often darker and more introspective, reflecting his personal struggles. Clift's resilience in the face of adversity made him not just a Hollywood star, but a symbol of perseverance and raw talent in an unforgiving industry. 24. Loretta Young. The velvet voice with a flawless face. Loretta Young was known for her elegant beauty and velvet-smooth voice, earning her a place among old Hollywood's most beloved leading ladies. But her flawless appearance wasn't entirely due to good genes. Young was reportedly one of the first actresses to embrace subtle cosmetic procedures, helping her maintain her youthful glow throughout a career that spanned decades. By the late 1940s, Young allegedly underwent a discreet facelift, a groundbreaking procedure for the time. Hollywood insiders also claimed she relied on chemical peels to keep her skin smooth and wrinkle-free. These skin treatments were risky and often painful, but Young's results were stunning, giving her the porcelain complexion she became famous for. Her meticulous approach to beauty extended to her fashion and styling choices. Young's gowns were custom-made to highlight her best features, and her classic hairstyles always framed her face perfectly. Roles in films like The Farmer's Daughter and The Bishop's Wife showcased her radiant looks and undeniable talent, earning her an Academy Award and cementing her as one of Hollywood's golden stars. Young's ability to adapt and maintain her glamorous appearance helped her thrive in an industry obsessed with youth, proving that beauty, when paired with talent and determination, could withstand the test of time. 25. Greta Garbo, the mystery beauty. Greta Garbo remains one of the most enigmatic figures in Hollywood history. With her haunting beauty and mysterious persona, she captivated audiences in films like I Camille, Grand Hotel, and Ninotchka. But even Garbo, known for her natural allure, may have had a little help from Hollywood's beauty experts. Rumours have long circulated that Garbo underwent a subtle rhinoplasty when she transitioned from silent films to talkies. Her slightly upturned nose, perfectly suited for the screen, appeared more refined by the time she gained international fame. While she never confirmed any procedures, many believe her evolving appearance was due to clever enhancements combined with exceptional lighting and makeup techniques. Garbo was a master of controlling her image. She worked closely with cinematographers to ensure she was always filmed in the most flattering light. Her high cheekbones and deep-set eyes were often highlighted with dramatic shadows, creating the iconic otherworldly look she's remembered for today. Though she famously retired from Hollywood at just 35, Garbo's face has remained an enduring symbol of cinematic beauty. Her mystery, combined with her possible surgical secrets, turned her into an unforgettable Hollywood legend. A beauty crafted by both nature and the silver screen's most skilled professionals. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.